AFC East, I'm looking at the Dolphins. The Dolphins are 11-4. All right, now that yeah, I'll say you know what? Especially because they're a Floridian team. Big shout outs to the Miami Dolphins. All right, and big shout outs to Tua and Tyreek for doing their thing, man. Again, all the best luck to them. Hell, I'm even looking through. They're 7-1 at home, 4-3 on the road, and 4-1 within their division. So yeah, no, these boys. Oh. Pardon me. These guys are balling. These guys are doing their thing. But following up on that, you have the Bills who are 9-6. You have the Jets who are 6-9. You have the Patriots who are 4-11. That's for the folks in the AFC East. Now in the AFC North, we have the Ravens who are 12-3. Now I'm gonna say this, that right there, I don't know, like maybe I need to tap in and tune in more, because I didn't know that Lamar Jackson and Ravens company was doing that awesome. That awesome this year. They're doing even better than they're doing better than the Dolphins. I could tell just off the top of my dome. I'm about to find out what the Chiefs record is, but they're doing better than them. They might, I don't know why it feels like they're doing their, if they're not doing the best of all the teams in the NFL, they're pretty damn up there. They're pretty high up. They might be like number 2. Hell, San Francisco is also having a good year. Listen, these teams like the Bills, the Ravens, Dolphins, 49ers, man, they all have pretty good rosters just in general. So that's what I really like about these teams, because I know, like, when I used to really pay attention to football, like there were I could think of a number of teams that legit, the only people, like there was only one good person that they had on their team. Like again, when Chris Johnson was on the Tennessee Titans, I'm not gonna hold you. Listen, it was Chris Johnson and Vince Young, and that was pretty much it. All right, and I hate to put it like that. You know what? I don't even. You definitely got to give the proper respects to all the other players that are out there. For doing their thing. But in terms of, I don't know, it's just, I'll say difference makers or key players and all that. Those two were the ones who did it for the Tennessee Titans for like a good stretch. We're talking like 2009 to about like 2011, 2012. Chris Johnson after a while started to get old, and he wasn't the same player. But nonetheless, though, always much love and respect for Chris Johnson, because he's my first love when it comes to my favorite players. All right, so definitely big shout outs to him. We'll go ahead and take it back. Right. So Ravens 12-3, Browns 10-5, Steelers 8-7. Bengals 8-7, the Jacksonville Jaguars 8-7. What the fuck? There's a lot of teams that is 8-7 at this moment. Colts 8-7, Texans 8-7. Why? Just what in the world? That's so many teams between the AFC North and the AFC South with the 8-7 record. There's also the Tennessee Titans who were 5-10. The AFC East. Oh, yeah, it's getting a little dark. Damn, it's definitely getting a little dark for the Chiefs, y'all, because I'm looking at the record. It's saying 9-6. Yeah, this year has not been terribly kind to them, because the Chiefs have been awesome on the road. I don't know what the hell's going on at home. At home they're 4-4. On the road they're 5-2. You know what? Maybe we could go through, and I don't know. Maybe I'll save it for another episode or even hell, maybe even this one, where we find out more of who the hell it is that they played. But that's something. The Raiders are 7-8. The Broncos are 7-8, and the Chargers are 5-10. And then we cross over into the NFC. The NFC are 11. What's it called? The Philadelphia Eagles are 11-4. I know that they recently took some tough losses. They took a tough loss to the Cowboys, and then a tough loss to the Giants, or maybe vice versa. But they definitely lost to two of their division rivals. But Eagles 11-4. The Cowboys, they're looking pretty good this year at 10-5. The Giants are 5-10. The Commanders are 4-11. The Lions, who do they have on the Lions squad that's got them at 11-4 this year? What in the hell? It's wow. Okay, that is surprising. The Vikings 7-8, the Packers 7-8, the Bears 6-9, the Buccaneers 8-7, the Falcons 7-8, the Saints 7-8, the Panthers 2-13. Yeah, that's terrible. 2-13. The 49ers 11-4. The Rams 8-7. Seahawks 8-7. And then the Cardinals 3-12. So those are all the different records. Again, best record out of the entire league belongs to the Baltimore Ravens, at least at this particular point in time, because I know that it looks like just going off of everything, everybody's played 15 games. They've got, I want to say, they got about 1-2 more games. Some folks got 2 more games. Some folks got 1 more because, by towards the end of the year. But all in all, though, geez, this is, it's really something. I'll say the Eagles record doesn't surprise me. The Chiefs record, I won't say that it surprised me because I know that they've been like a powerhouse for so long. And eventually at some point, it's going to be one of those things where like the field is going to tighten up. It's going to tighten up on you, man. And that's definitely not easy. I know, honestly, now that I come to think about the Chiefs, the last thing that I ended up like remembering from them, as far as this season, I remember that there was a close game versus the Bills that it looked like they should have won, and the refs ended up calling an offsides on one of the receivers, and geez Louise, that sort of that I don't know, that reversed everything, and I saw that Mahomes was pissed off, and honestly I would have been pissed off as well. So jeez, this year I'm interested. I don't know. Again, I may save it off for a little bit, but damn, it's something. Y'all lost to 6 teams. The Bills being one of them. The Bills are, especially in recent years, the Bills are no scrubs. As long as they got Josh Allen, they got Stephon Diggs, and I'm certain that they got other folks as well. But those are the 2 main people that happen to come in mind for me. Whoa, pause. I didn't even think of the Bengals. It just my bad, because it dawned on me, Joe Burrow. So, and they're 8-7. Damn. And it's, I don't know why it feels like things are flipped. It seems like the Ravens last year, like they just needed a little bit something more, or or even the Dolphins. Pardon me for yawning so much. The Dolphins needed just a little bit more in order to get them, in contention. And it looks like, honestly, all the teams that, say they needed just one more something the last year to really put them in good position, to really place them in firm control. It looks like they ended up swapping with the teams that did actually have firm control, like the Bengals and the Chiefs. So that's my honest assessment of what I happen to see here. As far as the records, or the standings and all that, and also, by the way, too, damn, I just also peeped. I don't know how many receiving yards does Tyreek have? How many receiving yards does Tyreek Hill have? He's got 1,600. Jeez Louise, he's got 1,641. 2 more, and 200 more than CeeDee Lamb, which has 1,425 yards. Damn. Okay. It would be cool if he can get over 2,000 yards, but he's got a couple games left. I don't know. I don't know if they count the playoffs. If y'all happen to know if they count the playoff yards as well, or they keep that separated, that's another good question as well, because I don't know if the NBA, I feel like the NBA cuts it off, and not that the NBA and the NFL, are the same, or they play by the same rules, but I'm very interested to see if that's the case, because if it is, then Tyreek is for sure especially if they play, they go deep in the playoffs, they'll definitely get over the